Chapter 2. A World Between Magic and Technology. Yuto blinked at the dazzling expanse of Elendor laid out before him, the vibrant blend of magic and technology nearly overwhelming. The expansive gardens of the royal palace were a riot of colors, where flowers glistened with an ethereal glow, reflecting the enchantment that the kingdom thrummed with. Towering spires of the palace intermingled with the sleek lines of futuristic buildings in the distance, shaped by a fusion of styles that screamed innovation and artistry. "Welcome to Elendor," Princess Elysia said, her voice steady with pride as she gestured toward the landscape. "It's a unique realm where magic complements technology rather than competes with it. Here, ancient spells and modern inventions coexist in harmony." "Wow, this place is insane!" Yuto marveled, unable to suppress his excitement. He tilted his head to take in the sight of a mechanical creature landing gracefully atop a nearby balcony, a blend of sleek metal and shimmering magical energy. "Do you guys often have robots flying around? This feels like some sci-fi mixed with fantasy." Elysia chuckled, her laughter light and contagious. "Indeed, the engineers and mages work together to create wonders. The magical satellites you see orbiting above assist in everything from communication to providing energy." "What about video games? Any chance I could plug my phone in and download something?" Yuto asked, half joking, half serious. The thought of gaming amid the backdrop of such breathtaking splendor filled him with a sense of thrill. Elysia smiled, recognizing the lightness of his spirit. "Perhaps we can discover some of that later. First, we should meet the council again and discuss our next steps. They'll want to know about you and how we can utilize your unique skills." "Right. I mean, it's not every day I'm introduced as a hero, right?" Yuto replied, trying hard to sound confident even as he felt the weight of expectations settle upon him like a heavy cloak. As they entered a large atrium bustling with nobles and courtiers, Yuto felt out of place, clad in his casual clothes while the others were decked in regal attire. Princess Elysia's presence, however, commanded attention, and soon enough, whispers filled the air as she introduced Yuto to the gathered individuals. "Lords and ladies of Elendor, this is Yuto Amano, our newly summoned hero," Elysia declared, her voice rippling with authority. "He comes from a world far different from ours, bringing knowledge that might help us combat the impending threat." Yuto offered a sheepish wave. "Hey, nice to meet you all. Just a heads up, though, I might not fit the usual hero mold." The room fell silent momentarily, eyes widening before ripples of amusement spread through the crowd. Yet not everyone appeared pleased. Harunobu stood beside the council table, arms crossed tightly, his sharp features reflecting skepticism. "A hero is not merely a title, Your Highness. It requires proven strength. Will we truly gamble our futures on a why? It sounds like the final level of a game where the main boss waits inside." Harunobu shifted, intrigued by Yuto's approach. "The Dark Fortress is the stronghold of the ancient empire, a place steeped in dark magic and malevolent history. It is said to hold secrets that could easily destabilize the balance between our worlds. It has been sealed to prevent the resurgence of the evil it once harbored, but whispers of its awakening persist." "That doesn't sound good at all," Yuto said, imagining a scenario where they had to take down an ominous castle filled with monsters and traps. "What's the plan? We can't exactly charge in without a strategy, right?" "Indeed," Elysia replied, her voice steady. "That is why we were discussing the possibility of forming an alliance with the Merchant Guild before your summoning. They have connections to the various factions across Elendor and can help us gather intelligence as well as resources." "What's the Merchant Guild like? Do they sell weapons, armor, magic potions?" Yuto asked eagerly, adopting an almost anime-level intensity. "They provide many things," Elysia confirmed with a nod. "But most significantly, they serve as mediators among the various guilds operating within Elendor. They know the pulse of the kingdom and can secure support. If you gain their favor, you will have access to knowledge and resources that could assist your endeavors." "Sounds a bit like negotiating with different factions in a game, right? Stack up on allies, become stronger," Yuto mused, beginning to embrace the scenario. "All right, let's do this. Lead the way, princess." Harunobu sighed, rubbing his temples. It would be prudent to observe caution at the guild. They can be cunning and often prioritize profit above loyalty. Or maybe they're driven by the thrill of adventure. Didn't you ever think that it's better to forge friendships rather than just transactions? Yuto replied with a challenging grin, warmth radiating from his words. As they made their way through the lively streets of the capital, Yuto felt the adrenaline coursing through him. The atmosphere buzzed with trade and lively conversations, and he couldn't help but admire how Elendor's people embraced both magic and technology. Stalls displayed shimmering trinkets alongside modern gadgets, while street performers enthralled audiences with magical illusions. "See that, Yuto?" Elysia pointed toward a figure juggling multiple flaming orbs. "That is a spell-woven performance, combining traditional magic with presentation skills." "Impressive. Can they teach me?" Yuto asked, brimming with enthusiasm. "I could use some flashy moves for my hero persona. Maybe a magic show could be my special ability." Elysia laughed, the sound bright and infectious. "You just might be the first hero to have a magic show as a skill set." After a few more turns, they arrived at the Merchant Guild. Its entrance presented a stark blend of Gothic architecture with polished glass panels. "Simbu, I hope they've got some killer gear for a hero like me." "Focus, Yuto," Elysia urged, shaking her head with a smile as they navigated through the crowd. After weaving through the bustling market, they approached the guildmaster's ornate desk, where a stern-looking merchant pored over scrolls, his fingers tapping nervously against the polished surface. "Ah, Princess Elysia, what an unexpected honor," he said, attempting to mask his surprise. "And who might this be?" "This is Yuto Amano, our summoned hero," she replied, her voice steady as she introduced him. The guildmaster raised an eyebrow, intrigued yet skeptical. "A hero, is it? Tell me, what qualifications do you possess to aid our kingdom?" Well, I've got an outdated smartphone and extensive knowledge of video games," Yuto blurted, not exactly the most glamorous introduction. The guildmaster's expression momentarily faltered. "What a unique resume. What is it you think you can provide?" Yuto straightened, feeling the pressure to perform. "Look, I know it sounds weird, but I've played games where strategy, resource management, and character building made all the difference. I can think outside the box, analyze problems creatively, and wield my phone for tactical advantage." A smirk crept upon the guildmaster's lips. "You certainly present a different approach, young man." Elysia shot Yuto an encouraging glance, recognizing that unpredictability could serve as a strength. "We seek your assistance in gathering information about the growing threat of the ancient empire. If there are any unique resources or alliances you could help us access, it would be invaluable." "Resources?" The guildmaster stroked his beard thoughtfully. "How about exclusive espionage tactics of our guild? In exchange, perhaps we could have a demonstration of this magical device of yours?" Yuto exchanged glances with Elysia and Harunobu, each of them recognizing the unforeseen opportunity. "Sure, I can show you some basic functions. It might just blow your minds how much a smartphone can do." With tentative excitement, Yuto set to work. As magical and technological boundaries melded, he prepared to unveil the strengths of his device to the kingdom. Perhaps, just perhaps, he could bridge that crucial gap between the realms, becoming the hero Elendor needed while uncovering the extraordinary secrets that would shape their future. Elendor thrummed with potential as Yuto Amano took his first significant steps into a world where magic met technology, a world ripe for adventure, challenges, and unexpected camaraderie.